Hello everybody. I just wanted to make a very quick little video to share with you on the full moon, the partial lunar eclipse, and also we're in Mercury retrograde, to say that I hear you and I see you. So many of you have written to me to say that you are feeling very unbalanced and very ungrounded, not feeling comfortable in your skin, and that you feel like this time we're going through is really making a mess of your emotional state. And I just want to say to you that I hear you and I see you, and that it's really, really important right now that you stay very, very grounded. And when I say grounded, I mean grounded in the Great Mother. Important that we understand how to grow roots into the earth and how to pull love and unconditional joy from the Great Mother to sustain us on a day-to-day basis. I've lit a candle to invite fire into our space for warmth and for comfort, and there's some Palo Santo incense burning to bring in air so we can move through things. There's also a lot of rock elements to bring in the earth. You know, it's okay to feel the way we're feeling right now. It's okay to fall apart. It's okay to come together again. And that might not happen for a few days or maybe weeks or maybe a few months. The journey is different for all of us. But what's most important to know is, sorry, I thought I was catching something on fire there. I do that sometimes. What's most important is to know that you're not alone, that you can always reach out to somebody. And I know that a lot of people say social media is a bad thing, but I find that social media is a good way for all of us to connect together and to show support to each other. And it's really, really important in a world where we're so far flung. We're living at this corner of the earth or that corner of the earth, and sometimes we don't have our family around, sometimes our mothers are gone, sometimes we never had a mother that we connected with. We might not have friends that we're connecting with right now. Whatever the situation is, it's really important to know that there is somebody somewhere that is going to be willing to listen and that is going to be able to hear you. And in this moment, that's me. In this moment, I'm sitting here witnessing you, witnessing your journey, and witnessing your experience. And so I think that together we can make the journey a little bit easier. So just to remind you that when you're grounding, to stay in gratitude, to grow deep roots into the Great Mother, to pull up unconditional love and joy, and to stay in that gratitude, because that is where we manifest everything from that is good. And when we're not in gratitude, we tend to manifest things that are not pleasing to our soul and that are not taking us on the journey that we need to be on. And sometimes it's difficult to say, I'm grateful for anything, you know, when things aren't going well. But you can always be grateful for something. You can be grateful for the breath that you have taken today. And if that seems like a burden, then please reach out to somebody, anybody. Just call somebody and say, I don't feel like I belong on the planet. And if you have no human that you can connect with, then connect with the Great Mother. Go stand outside with your bare feet and collect her energy. Know that the energy of the Great Mother is always there for you. I'm going to pull a card for us, and I'm going to do so before my phone dies. And the card that I pulled for us is called Field of Dreams. And this is a good time at the full moon to evaluate what our field of dreams is, what we would like to pull from the field of dreams, Maybe you planted something at the new moon, and maybe you'd like to harvest that, or maybe you'd like to let it grow a little longer. You can really feel your presence here. I'm so grateful that you stopped by. Tonight on the full moon and during the eclipse, be reminded that you are holy, and be reminded that you are special, that you came here on purpose, and that you came here to be the medicine for this world. Every single one of us carries a very specific bit of medicine for this planet. And our purpose is to release that medicine and to allow the rest of the world to be healed through that. There's not one person on this planet who came here to not fulfill their purpose. We all came here to fulfill something. So today I just invite you to tap into what you think that might be. And if I said to you that somebody's purpose might be just to come and release one smile into the universe, that would be enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. And I just like to drum a little bit just to connect us to the energy and the heartbeat of the Great Mother. If you feel that you are having trouble actualizing and embodying your presence in your physical body, and you're not really quite sure what you're doing here, really important to ground into your root chakra. I like to use essential oils when I'm grounding, when I'm doing any kind of grounding ceremony or excuse me, practice. I'll choose whatever essence I feel I'm called to. I'll rub it between my hands. I'll smell the essence, and sometimes I'll just rub it on my heart space. What other things do I like to do? I like to imagine myself sitting against a big old tree and feeling that tree's support and growing roots down within to kind of mesh in within the tree's roots. And I like to go down very, very far down into the planet, however many miles you want to imagine, could be 500 miles. And then along with the tree that's at your back, pull up everything, all the resources that you need to be grounded. And then when you're pulling that up, I like to swirl it around in the root chakra and allow that to permeate and allow myself to feel that I am here on purpose. Again, I'd like to say that you are heard, you are seen. And I just call in the angels, and I call in spirit guides. I call in Aiden. And with that energy here, I say a blessing over all of us during this full moon, during this eclipse, during this Mercury retrograde. And I call in all the unconditional love, joy, and peace that we need for the days ahead. And I thank you for spending this time with me. Namaste.